You're listening to Voice of Israel.
Last week, the Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi. Sorry, it's a bit hard for me to say that.
I let you say that, so I didn't have to.
Narendra
Modi, yes.
Yes. So he tweeted to Netanyahu and to the whole of Israel, Happy Hanukkah, and I will just read it out. Wishing my Jewish friends a happy Hanukkah. May this festival of lights and the festive season ring in peace, hope, and well-being for all.
And he said that also in Hebrew. That's the big thing.
Yeah, he wrote it in Hebrew and in a great Hebrew.
Yeah.
Very surprising. It's not Google Translate.
Yeah.
So he actually made the effort to do it. And then Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu responded. Well, he responded not in English.
Yeah.
So we will speak to our next guest.
Yes, an old friend of ours here at Voice of Israel, Vijeta Unial, who is a friend of the State of Israel and has been on our station a few times, and we want to talk to him about this. Vijeta, are you on the line?
Yes, Daniel.
Hi, Vijeta. How are you?
Great to be on the show.
Yeah, we're very happy to have you here.
Great to be on the show.
It's great having you again. Can I ask you a few questions?
Please, go on.
Great.
Carry on.
Can you please tell me what did your Prime Minister say to us? Because it's not in Hebrew and I can't really understand it.
Well, Prime Minister Netanyahu thanked us on Hanukkah, thanked people of India. He thanked on behalf of people of Israel for the greetings that Prime Minister Narendra Modi made in Hebrew to the Jewish people, and he sent the greetings again. Also, Prime Minister Modi wrote those greetings in English again on Twitter, and it was a big news in India. It was relayed by the Indian Broadcasting Network, and all the major newspapers and websites took up the news, and it's a big news here, and we are glad that he did that.
And why is the relations between India and Israel so warm?
I think they have been getting better. India officially recognized Israel in 1991, but before that there was always support for Israel amongst Indian people. But officially, when the diplomatic relations started in 1991, our trade relations with Israel have grown exponentially. And just to give you figures from a base figure of 200 million when we started in the 90s, it's now crossing 6 billion. And it's not only defense in all fields in India, agriculture, technology, science, education, it's growing. And people of India are very warm towards people of Israel, historically also, and to the Jewish people and Jewish communities that have lived in India. So I think this has always been there, but I think an extra push has come because of economic and binational relationships in defense and other things. But especially right now, since Mr. Modi took office in May this year, relationships have been very good because Mr. Modi's track record has been very strongly pro-Israel when he was head of the state of Gujarat, the province in India. And he has a strong track record of working with Israel and giving a special praise to Israel in domestic development projects. So I think these are the things which are happening right now, and they're really exciting for us.
Yes, and it came as a huge surprise to those who are not following the relationship between Israel and India, but also the Indian people. And you are the chairman of the Indians for Israel organization. For you, you're not surprised by the exchange that happened.
No, I was not surprised. I was positively taken aback. I think Mr. Modi did it on his own initiative, and he wrote in Hebrew, he wrote in English. So I think it's a kind of politician Mr. Modi is. He takes initiative, even if it's in a relation with Pakistan. He's a person who is hands-on and goes ahead, and especially with Indian-Israel relationship, I think he has been hands-on. In UN, when he was in UN in New York, he made a point to meet not only Mr. Prime Minister Netanyahu, but leaders of Jewish community in New York. I mean, he is someone who goes out of the way, and he really believes in things he really believes in, he goes for it. And I think this is something we elected him for, and he is, I think, doing us. He is proving us that was a very good choice.
Is there anti-Semitism in India?
I think traditionally you would have to see. It's a very complex question. We have India. Jews have stayed in India for, I think, 2 millennia, and they have not experienced anti-Semitism when they were staying here. I would also say that we have a strong Muslim community which has not had anti-Semitic tendencies in it. But I think with globalization of anti-Semitism, which we are seeing through internet and also through the radicalization of the youth, Muslim youth in India, I think these things are getting a problem. In case recently when we saw during the Gaza conflict, we saw a very ugly display of anti-Israel sentiments from a section of the society. It is also from the far left, you cannot say, because left also has some issues. I think, but I would really be careful in calling everything anti-Semitism. And I think in a whole, I think Indian people are very warm towards Israel. And traditionally, historically, India has not witnessed. One cannot say that you had anti-Semitism in India in that sense.
No, I agree. I think you're absolutely right on this. We can't call everything that. And when you have these kind of expressions of misunderstanding, that's exactly why yourself and Indians based in Europe and North America created this Indian Friends of Israel. You can also find you on Facebook. You have a page on Facebook and
on Twitter.
And on Twitter. And I recommend, what is your handle on Twitter, Vijeta?
On Twitter, we are at Indians for Israel. That's Indians, INDIANS, for digit 4 ISRAEL, Indians for Israel.
So
and we are on the Facebook, also on the Facebook/Indians for Israel, same.
Excellent. And I thank you for getting up this Sunday morning early and talking with us here and about this special relationship. We spoke about a week or so ago on another program, and we discussed how India is helping the state of Israel and its relationships with the Arab countries around us, with Egypt and Jordan. And India is playing an important role here in helping Israel and achieving, if not peace, at least relationships with our neighbors. So India has an important role, and the Indian people who are spread around the world have a tremendously important role with creating goodwill, especially at this season, the Christmas season for our Christian friends, which is supposed to be a season of goodwill. Certainly India is playing an important part with that. Vijeta Unyal, a political commentator and also the head of the Indians for Israel, thank you very much for being with us here in the Lion's Den with Daniel and Daniela, and we look forward to talking to you in the future. Thank you very much, Vijeta.
Thank you, both of you, for having me. Thank you.
You are listening to Voice of Israel.